So the first thing I've got to say is make sure you start getting your tweets in now so that we can prepare for next event to make sure we are prepared. No? See, that's funny, Jason, because last year when Bob Batts hosted this, you said, I never want to do this again. Yet here we are, again, reading these reviews of your mean tweets. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. The event goes until 10. Drink responsibly, but drink as much as you want, as much as you can. Very different beers here available from all of the wonderful breweries that participated tonight. The Lake Erie Ale Trail is an important thing to Erie, I believe. I'm going to get serious for a moment. That I believe that it is ultimately helping our region grow and get better and really make a name for itself of why would people want to come to Erie. We have damn good beer. That's an easy sales pitch. We have damn good beer here. And so, yeah. Come visit, bring your friends. Make sure you get a DD or Uber, although it is expensive to go all the way down to Voodoo and Timber Creek and down to Sprague. That can be a little pricey, but it's worth it. And it is important that we do this stuff and that we get people together and really do this night for you to be able to experience new beers, experience some laughter, have a good time at the brewer's expense. But I want to call up the officers from the Lake Erie Ale Trail just real quick. We've got Jason, Mateo, Mario, and Jeff. Just to say a few words, thank you for being here. Thank you for the opportunity to be in front of you and tell some very bad jokes. I'm used to radio, so I don't look so great. Just listen to the voice, close your eyes. But thank you very much for coming out tonight. Your officers.
Thank you to Ben. He was way better than we could ever be. First out, I want to say thanks to Chris Sirianni, couldn't be here, my homie. Chris Sirianni couldn't be here, my homie.
I don't know what that means. I grew up on the streets.
Yeah.
Yes, he is waiting to reappear with a massive beard.
Amish style. No, the Lake Erie Ale Trail formed about a year ago, and it's just a collection of our local 11 breweries, which all of them are here tonight. I didn't do the math, so I'm assuming there's 11 of us here. And the goal is just to promote our local brewing scene, and this is pretty much our signature event. This year, the mean tweets fell on American Craft Beer Week, which is in May this week. We're actually going to start Erie Craft Beer Week. It's going to be in November. So we're going to do a whole bunch of cool events and then as well. We brewed Hot Rocks, which you guys could sample over by the Lavery booth. We brewed that this Wednesday at 5 and 20, and we're going to age it in bourbon barrels. So we're going to release that corked and caged in November, which is going to be amazing.
Doesn't taste like rocks at all.
Doesn't taste like rocks at all. It's weird. Yeah. I translated that. So generally, we just wanted to thank you guys all for coming out. Erie is not a big city. Things like this in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, cities that we go to sell our beer, events like this absolutely blow up, so that you guys are like the forerunners of a very cool event. Come out and support your local brewers. Brewers kind of, provide the avant-garde for a community regrowing, rebirthing itself. And that you guys support us making fools of ourselves. We really appreciate it. And beer is a very subjective thing, and we read them very lightheartedly, but, obviously we put so much passion into making these beers, and we hope you guys appreciate them and support your local breweries. And if anybody else wants to say anything else, say something else.
Thanks to this guy, Mateo, for popping a food truck out front. Yeah. And for showing us all up with his beer fest set up with lights on his, everything. I see that bulb hanging out too.
A little broke.
Yeah, a little broke. And Lake Erie Ale Trail history. The Ale Trail couldn't have happened with. Steve and I are very happy to be the 4th brewery to open up in Erie. 3 breweries does not an Ale Trail make. So we're very excited to be in on the ground floor and to welcome all the other guys in on that as well. It's a big deal for us. We have some superior backing from Visitary.com, Visitary and Visitor.com, and this sort of event didn't used to happen. And all you guys in the room right now are kind of part of that. So we're all on the ground floor, like Lavery said. So I didn't have any fun tweets about like Erie Ale Works beer is not as good as Lavery's beer, and I'm not as pretty as Jason Lavery and anything like that. Shut up. So, yeah, this is great. This sort of thing needs to happen more in this town because we need things like this to kind of keep going and growing. So, thanks for all being here. Mario, closing words. Mateo.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I think the only thing I want to say is, after thank you all for coming, is round of applause if you had a good time. Okay, cool. Thank you very much for coming. Please go home and tell everybody about how awesome of a time you had. I think it's important that people realize this event, and I think a lot of us will agree, is a little unique for Erie. A lot of people were like IMing me on there and like checking me out, like, hey, what's this? What's mean tweets? What's Twitter? Like, so we're ahead of the curve in Erie, but then we had someone like comment that like, Erie's doing a Twitter-based event, how hilarious. It's 2 years outdated. You know, so at the end of the day, like, we're trying to do something unique, cool for Erie. We're trying not to take ourselves too seriously. We're trying to have fun, and I think everybody here just agreed we had fun. So go home, tell everybody that you had a good time, and we're gonna do this event again next year. We will. We're gonna do it. This was kind of like our second time doing it, but our first time doing it the way we did it tonight. So please, go out there, tell your friends you had a good time, encourage people next year when you see that it's out there, that we're doing it. I guess that would be the main thing I want to make sure I write home about. But thank you all very much for your support, all the craft breweries for showing up. I also want to thank PACA. They donated this space tonight for us at no charge. So Mark Tannenbaum and the entire board of directors for the PACA, they're great. They do an amazing, amazing, amazing thing up on the second floor. So please, you know, if you haven't yet, I know everyone here is probably tech savvy, get on there and like PACA on Facebook and Twitter, and you can follow the things that they're doing throughout the year. It's a remarkable place. All the artwork on the wall is for sale, all local artists, and I just want to make sure we put a plug out there for those guys too. So thank you very much for coming.
And the final note, I guess, is all the money we raise tonight is going to go to the Lake Erie Ale Trail. So a group that's dedicated to making Erie, Pennsylvania, a destination for craft beer lovers in Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Buffalo, Detroit, Chicago, Rochester, all those cities within our circumference. So thank you guys for your support. We really appreciate it.